Let me tell you a story about someone called Shabsi Frankel. Shabsi Frankel, well known for the Frankel Rambam. He was well known for digging up ancient Jewish scripts and republishing them. And he found I think it was in the Cairo Geniza. A Geniza is like a storage of, Baruch Hashem, we have so many texts from Rishonim and even before because of Genizot. A Geniza basically means a place where you put a Jewish holy book when it's become unusable. So there are many places in the world. Well, the Cairo Geniza in Cairo, because of the very large Jewish community there, is one of the largest in the world. And there are many. So he came across in the Cairo Geniza this, I'm not sure it was a handwritten or a first edition of the Rambam's Yad Chazaka. And he was absolutely beside himself with joy. It's something he wanted, because obviously, every text we have, we can compare, make emendations to get the most accurate text possible. And he was just so delighted. He went to the authorities. They weren't interested in letting it go for any price. He wasn't the person to take no for an answer, so he went back to the States. He went to the States. He galvanized support in the Congress. He went to England. He spoke to MPs. He really put together this enormous campaign of pressure on the Egyptian government, and eventually the Egyptian government were prepared to let this manuscript go for some astronomical amount of money. I don't even know how much it was, but just like a king's ransom. So the money was paid, and they brought back the manuscript back here to Jerusalem. He had a machon, an institute, where they would edit these manuscripts and publish them. So they put the manuscript down on the table. You can imagine, in the conference room, they spread it out. This was like an amazing moment. This is the first time in maybe nearly 1,000 years that this holy work had been gazed at by Jewish eyes. And they opened it up, and it was very, very fragile, but carefully they opened it up, and all of the workers there, all the translators and all the stenographers, and gathered round. And there was this one young fellow, a junior translator, and he was very, very keen, and he was dying to see the Rambam, and he leant forward, and in front of him, he hadn't noticed there was this large styrofoam cup of very sweet, very hot coffee, and his elbow sort of came up, and it was just about to miss, but it just touched the very edge. You can imagine this almost in slow motion, and the coffee spilled all over the manuscript, and within about 2 seconds, it was a complete, illegible glob. So the whole room went. Shabsi Frankel walked over to this guy. He put his arm around him. He said, "Don't worry. We'll get you another cup of coffee."